What are the things that you would require for a mood board? Mood board you would require, basically identify the substrate, what thinner and a very lightweight material, probably 4 to 5 thick sunboard can do. You can also use the polycarbonate sheets which are light in weight, single layer single layer polycarbonate sheets, or you can use the mount boards, but mount boards do not stay long. So ideally we use the 6 thick sun boards. Keep them ready, at least six pieces in stock for A3 size and A2 size. For Indian projects you can afford to courier and handle the A2 size mood boards. If your project is is requiring approvals from the foreign concept designers or approvals from abroad, A3 size is good enough to have. You have your well equipped material library, so theme based samples, loose samples library can help. Have your scissors, your cutter, two-sided tapes, thin tapes, and also the foam tapes ready, and a gun and a boss stick for sticking your 19 thick or 16 thick stone and tile samples. Hard flooring samples better always be stuck with a boss stick. These are the kind of foam tapes that you can use, and there are two-way white tapes also available. I'll show you if possible. Um, but you can go to the stationery and find out two-way tapes which needs to be stuck behind your photoglossy papers, set of photoglossy papers. uh, Take the printout of all the product codes and the product categories and the description of the product. Tabulate it in a Excel sheet. Take the printout on a photoglossy paper. A4 size photoglossy paper should contain all your one or two pages of those will contain all your nomenclatures of the SOF that you are going to put it on the mood board. And behind, just stick that uh, two-sided tape and then cut the small boxes of the nomenclatures. It will be easy for you to then peel off from behind the two-sided tape and paste it below these samples that you have stuck onto the sunboard. Samples on the sunboard needs to be again stuck with this either foam tapes or double-sided tapes or the boss sticks, depending upon the thickness of the sample. If it is stone and tile and such kind of thick hard floorings or hard samples, then later be stuck with the boss stick. Boss stick can be operable from the gunshot things you might have known, or two-way or Fevikwicks or those rubber solutions do not work. Rubber solutions works temporarily for 2 days, maximum 4 days. Then the sample tries or gets peeled off, especially the heavy marble samples or the stone samples peel off. So I advise you to please use the boss stick. It gives you good adherence to the surface. It doesn't peel off easily unless tempered with it very strongly. So what are the things other things that you need to in terms of actual product samples that you better be equipped with to cater a good quality product board? Basically it is hard floorings and furnishings, uh, soft floorings and furnishings, hard floorings and finishings, soft floorings and furnishings. In terms of hard flooring finishings, we mean the processings, those are going to come on that hard floorings. You better be equipped with that. And like either it is a river wash finish or a stone 3D effect on the stone, etc. Then you have your soft floorings may the basic fabric or the leather or the composite leather sample, and then the stitching part of it, whether it's going to be American plate or that is going to be a there are any stitching accents added to it. So those things if possible have in your, in terms of floorings, you should have the small sample miniature of the carpets, and the palms be ready with. Palms will give you the exact definition, give the manufacturer the exact definitions, So please have one or two bags of forms readily available with you from at least couple of market leaders, so that can help you uh, build up your thing. um, have these small miniature pillows stitched, the pocket stitch readily, and then you can just infill the pillow and then wrap your finishing accent. The small miniature pillows are ready, you can wrap your accent or the actual fabric on that, and you can paste it as a these small little things, you know, add real good values on a mood board. Have the trims ready. Trims, whether it's a junction on trims are typically used in the junction details. Have your architect profiles ready, small little things. Have your veneer samples and the laminate samples ready, but veneer samples have it ready with polishing, with the specification written below, that how many percentage of um, matte finish, or how many percentage of open veins you want, or how many percentage of glossy finish you want. Define that it's 80% of matte finish and 80-20% of matte and glossy, whatever. So have the polishing done on the veneer, and then put it. It adds value to the mood board. Have the processing on the hard surfaces done, and then that also adds value to the. Have the FFE of for furniture fixture equipment. Equipments का picture लगा दो आप. Sunboard को ही print कर लो, और a small thick 3 mm thick sunboard can be pasted onto the thicker sunboard, so the view, or that capture the view of the entire bespoke thing, and then arrow it and um, uh, properly tag then the finishing product over there. So all these small little things will really add value to your mood board. Trims ho gaya, frills, you can add frills. Yeah, forms also be ready with, as I told you. Yeah, so these are small things. And then always have the labeling done properly. Do not have the mistakes on the product codes. Please do not. Please be very sure on what product codes you are typing. You are typing the correct. It should match your FFE layout. It should match your schedule of finishes. It should match all the other documentation that you have factored in your BOQ or the other things. Do not have discrepancies in that. Have the version wise control in the SOFs also. Do not by mistake goof up on following the wrong SOF or the wrong layout per se, wrong FFA revision layout, and if do not just finish the mood board for the sake of finishing it. Please be equipped with all the latest version of your design and the drawing set, and then and the SOF versions, and then start your mood board. Just follow up on all the samples and on the vendors first. If at all anything is balanced, have that thing printed on the sunboard, and um, put whatever possible information maximum you can put it through the other finishing, all the complementing samples there. If only one or two samples are balanced and they are not comprising a major part of your design, then it's okay to have the 3D view of that thing put up, but with at least some basic references of the of that particular item, references in terms of possibly the samples. Might no, otherwise just you can put the reference image. Try to give maximum kind of finished samples onto the mood board, and have your logo in a defined. Maintain a template of having the labeling below, like we always have the below 1 inch of strip as the project name, and one corner we have our logo, and the project details well defined onto the. There has to be template followed by it, not exaggerated form, not in the exaggeration form of your advertisement, but the project details and the project stakeholder should be covered in that. And at least to have the multiples when you call in the samples, please be equipped with the multiple sets. Please be well aware how many sets of mood boards you are supposed to produce. Typically, when you need to produce 4 sets at least, one for the clients, one for the project managers, one for yourself, and one for your site teams. So 4 sets are desired. So, are you supposed to make first hand only? Possibly gather 4 samples uh, from each vendor of the same product. This will help you furnish the all the mood board deliverables at once, and this will reduce on your time, because every time otherwise, as and when the things are required, you can't go and sit on making the mood boards for one particular subject again and again. So just make it in multiples and close it, so that you know that whatever is gone, all the stake owners are kept well informed in terms of look and feel and the finishes, and the mood board is reaching all the agencies at one time to enhance the coordination amongst them, and to be able to help them with the right kind of progress on the site processes.